welcome to my Pick a Card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. Pull up and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today. Today's topic is all about somebody on your mind. Perhaps maybe you're not speaking to this person, or you're not able to share your truest feelings with this person, because today this is a reading on what this person wished that they could say to you in this moment. What do they wish they could say to you? Perhaps it's a no contact. It does not have to be. Please take the messages as they resonate with you here today and leave behind those that do not feel right to you. Of course, this is a collective reading. But I welcome back my beautiful returning subscribers to the channel. Thank you guys so much for your comments. Thank you for your presence here. A big thank you to everyone who has entered for your chance to win the free reading. Be sure to drop your comments this week for your chance. Be sure to hit your notification bell as well so that I can notify you if you are chosen the winner and we can get the ball rolling. I have notified my most recent winner and I'm just waiting to hear back from them. So please be sure to check your notifications as well if you have dropped comments. We of course want to welcome anybody new to the channel this week, of course, too. Be sure to drop your comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you feel called to. We would love to have you join us. And I just offer a free reading for my subscribers as a thank you for your presence here. So be sure to do that if you are new to the channel. But again, for today's Pick a Card topic, we're looking at someone on your mind and what do they wish they could say to you right this moment. We do have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 here with the 7 of coins. Pile number 2 with the star. Pile number 3 with the 2 of swords. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting today from Spirit, and my timestamps are always listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, what do they wish they could say to you right this moment? Hi, pile 1, you are drawn to the 7 of coins, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind wish that they could say right this moment? You can see how 2 people in this card are both wearing a mask. They're both looking at each other. This person's mask is red and white, and that has a specific meaning for me. It does represent for me the fear of loss, and so there's a sense of somebody who thinks they have a lot to lose if they were to come forward perhaps to take off a mask. But let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot for you to begin. What does the person on pile 1's mind wish that they could say right this moment, please? We'll of course be pulling some message cards for you. Now, there's a lot of corn on your card as well, too, and they're really talking about abundance and building. And with the 7 of Pentacles, it really speaks to something that we are investing in. It could be something that, again, it can even represent the practical realm. So maybe we've invested in our career or in our home realm. Maybe they spent a very long time investing in the way that they feel about this connection as well. There could be longevity here. But what do they wish they could say? 2 of Cups. We're starting with the 2 of Cups, pile 1. Starting with a message about wishing that they could be in a relationship with you and wishing that they could communicate about the desire to be in a relationship with you too, because this is the Crow Tarot and crows can definitely vocalize. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. They are definitely speaking about the work realm here. They just showed me this big workhorse. So this person could be somebody that has worked with you in the past, or they could be thinking about you a lot in the work realm as well. We have the 7 of Cups reversed, and we also have the Magician on the back of the deck. Here is the 4 of Swords. Oh my goodness. This person, like, the reality of how they feel hits them very hard. And they wish that they could reveal it. They just want to reveal how they feel. They want to take their masks off, and they do try to act confident around you. This could be someone that you actually are working with at this current time, because they feel like they have intentions of wanting to take their mask off. And they also want to specifically speak about how long they've been feeling this way about you. They also, to be honest with you, they do feel like you feel the same way. They have an inclination or a knowing or even just a hope that you do feel the same way here. And they are wondering if you are also sort of in the same boat. Do you feel the same way is what they're asking. They're asking the question, do you feel the same? Because I feel like they feel confident that you do, but there's always that chance that you don't. There's always that chance that they could be rejected. And they do feel like they have a lot to lose. So this information about whether or not you feel the same, this person feels like it's very critical to know that answer. We have the Two of Wands. They're also saying that this wasn't necessarily the plan for them. They didn't intend to fall in this way or to have these feelings that they had. They also enjoy speaking with you, and speaking with you specifically when there's been a hint of flirtation in the communication between the two of you. This doesn't feel like it's a no contact pile one. This feels like somebody that would know you in the 3D. And the more that they get to know you and the more they learn about you, the more they like you. And it just feels like somebody who really, really likes you and really wants to get to know you more. Like in a perfect world, this person's saying, you know, I have a lot to lose. And that can mean so many different things for so many different people in the collective. But this person feels like they have a lot to lose. But that's why that critical piece of information is so important about whether or not you feel the same. Because they're saying that if you do, I might be willing to take a leap of faith here. I reflect upon what I have to do to clear my own obstacles out of the way in order to have a relationship. This person also says you guys could be connected online. Maybe you speak online or like texting or something. They tend to keep an eye on you whenever you're around, or again, when you're not around, they're trying to look at pictures of you, or they keep tabs on you. But when you are in their company, for instance, they're always watching. They always see you. And it feels like, again, it could be connected to your work realm here. And they just want to know more. They want to be a gentleman about it, but they also don't want to be a gentleman about it as well. And where I use a term like gentleman, it has nothing to do with gender, has everything to do with energy, but the Spirit used that term for me. So I'm going to use that term as well, because they want to be seen as somebody who you would respect. They care about the respect that people give them, and they want to be respected by you. They just also want to highlight for the Divine Feminine just this goddess-like energy. It's like the way that you move, the way that you carry yourself. It's filled with so much strength, and I feel like almost like an independence, which they find very, very appealing, but also a smidge intimidating as well. We have the Four of Cups and the World. They also want to say that it drives them crazy when they feel overlooked by you or they feel ignored by you. This is something that makes them feel helpless. I feel like the connection itself, the attraction that they have, sometimes knocks the wind out of them in some way. And they do speak about wearing a mask. And I do feel like this person does have intentions to clarify things in the future of this connection. Sometimes in the past, when you've ignored them or they've perceived that you've ignored them in the past, they feel that's when the helplessness sets in. That's when they start to wonder if they feel a little bit delusional about how they feel about you and it being mutual. But it does feel very likely that there could be a mutual attraction here. This person could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. We have a lot of Capricorn energy here as well. So here, I've made my bed and now I have to lie in it coming out. And I miss you regardless of how things look on the outside. And they are speaking here about the masks that they wear when they are around you. Pile 1. What do they wish that they could say right this moment? They wish that they could express themselves, like especially in a physical way. They're very curious about you, but again, they don't want to come off as crass or as crude. We have here, I'm trying to become a better person. So they're working hard on themselves. I also get the sense of this person that they could be working out in the gym, or they could be, and I feel like you motivate them to do that, but they want to look good for you. The longing eats away at me, and they are fantasizing about you. They do wish to bring these fantasies to light, but they do feel like, again, patience is required, or at least at this moment, they don't feel like they can come forward in this moment. They don't feel like they can take the leap of faith unless they have perhaps that information that they need. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I worry sometimes that this is all in my head and I still have things I left I still have things left that I need to say. They also go over old conversations with you, Pile 1, a lot in their mind, and they want to give you compliments. Like, they want to tell you exactly how attractive they find you. And they have so many questions for you. It's like they have a lot of questions that they want answered about how attractive you find them. Like, I feel like that would really help to chip away at their insecurity. What do they wish they could say to Pile 1 right this moment, please? I know we're being spiritually guided. Oops. When we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. I know you're my twin flame, and this is an acknowledgement of the parallels between your attraction, hoping that you are as mutually attracted to them as they are to you. I hold back because I do not want to get rejected. And they have a curiosity about being intimate with you, Pile 1. I have inner childhood wounds, which could leave them feeling ill-equipped in this moment to approach you because they find you so physically attractive. They're working on themselves. I've been feeling your presence around me. And back of deck, Pile 1, just know I'm obsessed with you in this moment. Oh my goodness. Let's get a few more message cards for you, Pile 1. What are they wishing that they could say right this moment, please? They do feel like they have to hold off to say these things, to communicate these things, until they are gathering courage. I just thought we were just kids when this began. Emphasis on children, potentially, for someone watching. Or again, a longevity, knowing you for a while. Always wearing a mask. The attraction is undeniable to this person. I'm creeping your social media. And I want to see you so badly. There is a deep sense of thirst that comes in when they watch you. Whether it be online, whether it be in person, when they watch you, this deep thirst hits them. I feel like I've lost you forever. I feel like they're worried about the opportunity passing them by. And especially, again, I'm reading from the collective, so the obstacles here will be very specific to your situation. And we can't deny that for some, the obstacle of the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Devil here, the Five of Pentacles, having a lot to lose, they could feel restricted by their environment. And that could mean so many different things to the collective, but they could feel very restricted to their environment. I feel so hard and fast for you. And you are my happy place. So they do escape to thoughts of you, fantasies of you. I'm so frustrated with myself in this situation. Oh, we have here, you intimidate me, and you always have. And that could be one of the reasons why they have not had the courage to come forward up to this point, Pile 1. Let's get some advice, please, for pile number 1 when it comes to this person on their mind. We have here, attune to the divine. And back of the deck says, step up and lead, Pile 1. This person could be delaying the clarity that they hope to bring in the future, because I do really feel they have intentions to reveal how they feel. And the truth is that the crux of the message here, what they really wish they could say is, I wish I could be in a relationship with you. Do you feel the same? That seems to be the crux of your message here, Pile 1. And so attuning to the divine, attuning to what your higher self and your spirit guides are coaxing you to do in this situation, if the feelings are mutual with the person on your mind right now, they say you may have to step up and lead, because this person may not have the courage to do that themselves, at least not in the very near future, because they seem to be procrastinating because of a feeling of helplessness that's coming in. Now, of course, your guides are going to walk with you no matter what path you choose. But they are indicating that, again, if they're are mutual feelings here, this person, even though they do have good intentions to clarify their feelings, may need a little push in the right direction or a little encouragement. Let's get a charm bowl, please. The very last thought this person had about pile 1 in the bowl. In the bowl today, we have 5 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the Temperance. There was a smidge of jealousy that came in their thoughts today for you, pile 1. But this is like an old investment. This person has been at this attraction for a while. It's like they keep themselves hidden, and they keep lying to themselves and other people about how they feel about this connection. They feel like time to work on things is necessary. But again, they could be just saying that to themselves as another tool or as an encouragement towards further procrastination. In the bowl, we have the X. X marks the spot. I also think of course, X's, but also crossroads. We have secret. We have the letter P, and we do have the little cherries. This is my symbol for like an innocent connection that has not turned physical yet. Somebody who's very curious about that. The wrench in my plans. And we also have, again, secret next to the High Priestess shell. I always think of the High Priestess with these curled shells because it has sort of secrets that lay in there. We don't know what's at the end of these shells. And the High Priestess sits upon information she knows to be true. So you may know exactly how this person is feeling, and they sometimes let themselves believe that you feel mutual about them. We have divine feminine energy, healing for the divine feminine. We also have a syringe. I do think of the hospital nursing realm. I also think of addiction. So this person has a little bit of an obsession over you. We also have temperance energy with the Kundalini awakening. I always think of that here with the, almost looks like 2 serpents climbing up a ladder. So they're referencing temperance and taking their time and perhaps needing more time as well. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. Hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me if you feel called to, of course. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account. That link is below. And you can check out my other links for Instagram, for TikTok. Those links are below as well. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2, you are drawn to the star energy, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind wish that they could say to you right this moment? Now, the star, you can see they're looking up. They have this big long plait, this big long braid in their hair, and there's the braid for me is a symbol of other people's opinions weighing upon me, or even maybe on some level as well, the braid can represent history and sort of a recognition of the past as well. So this could be somebody from your past as well. There could be a distance between the two of you. And I also get a feeling of like crush-like energy with the star as well, because it's something we're hoping for or wishing for. She's holding a lamb in her hands, so it's somebody who perhaps is shy, or they're worried about coming forward with their truth. But what do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 2? I'm going to use, I'm going to use the Herb Crafter's Tarot for you to begin. What do they wish they could say right this moment, please, to pile number 2, the person on pile 2's mind? We have the Page of Swords. The first thing coming forward, pile 2, is their addiction to watching you. They have an addiction to watching you, and it feels like it could be connected to the internet. Well, and they have the star energy of connection here. We have the King of Wands, could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have the Temperance. They also want to speak about plans that they have. They have plans. They could be worried about your opinion of them. They could be worried about other people's opinions of them, but they do have plans. They just are preparing those plans carefully. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And they're highlighting like inflammation. Like they're highlighting the way that they feel, and they're using a term like inflammation when something, you know, gets hot and something just swells up. It gets very uncomfortable the way that they feel. And so it's like they're waiting for confidence. They're waiting for the perfect moment to express how they feel here. We have the Five of Pentacles here with the Hierophant as your back of deck. Let's clarify this as we go forward. They don't believe that now is the time. And the truth is, now may not be the time, because they have, even though they have plans for you, now may not be the time, because they feel like they are going to have to move some things out of the way before they express how they truly feel. King of Swords. Two of Swords. Now, they are speaking here about practical things that need to get moved out of their way, but Spirit says that's actually just a byproduct of their fear, truthfully, because it's not just a practical situation. Even if this person is in a commitment and they can't commit, it's not just about that. It is a lack of confidence that brings, and a lack of empowerment that doesn't allow them to come forward in this moment. They're very nostalgic when it comes to you, and they want to speak about the past, and they want to speak about your childhood, not necessarily even childhood, but maybe even your teen years or something, because you made them come alive. And they want you to know that there's nothing that could happen. It doesn't matter if there's other people involved in the situation. It doesn't matter if they're committed. You're always going to be very important to this person. You're always going to be very special. And they really care about you. They put you up on that pedestal. They think that you're a genuinely good person. And they've learned a lot, because even if you've been in separation, this person could be far away from you. You could be separated from this person, because they're highlighting reunions and wanting to see you again. It's like, I want to see you again. But they've learned a lot because of this situation. Like, I keep hearing that Adele song, "We Could Have Had It All." And it feels like they're almost holding a vigil for you of what they've lost. They're highlighting like a religious school for someone. This won't resonate with everyone, but they're like highlighting like a religious, like a Catholic school. Maybe like could have gone to Catholic school with this person. And they're speaking about like I feel like they were a faith-based person, or they are a faith-based person, or it's like something that would define them. You know, if someone says, you know, I'm a cradle Catholic, or we have the Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups reversed. They do know that there's things they have to do, but there's been setbacks. And they don't want to give up hope. That's so important. They wonder if you have. They know that they haven't given you any reason to be confident that there's going to be any type of reunion or any type of action, or they haven't even given you the confidence that they're still thinking of you. But that's why this message is important. They don't want to mess up anything that you have going as well. Like, they're speaking about you being in an environment, and it could even be them in a situation where they feel like they have dependence, or you have dependence in some way. This could talk about children, or even just other people in our lives, because they're speaking about how they want to rectify the regrets that they have, even if it's just a conversation, but they have dependence. But they just don't want to give up the hope that they still have here, because they claim that they love you. Like, that's the lesson that they've learned. That's the reality that they've learned. And yet they can't take this leadership role to come forward right now, even though they are watching you. They can't come forward right now. But when they think about the future, they are thinking about what it would be like to have you there with them in that future. Here's the King of Pentacles. So we have the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles here as well. And here this King of Pentacles is tying up that braid. Sweetgrass. And there's an emphasis here on bittersweet energy, bittersweet lessons that have come in as they've gone through their life. So this person could be someone from your past. And again, a lot of time could have passed here where we knew them when we were very young, and now we've grown into a new life. We've grown into a new perspective. And that's where all the lessons have come in. But they have such a deep feeling for you. They feel like sometimes they have to put a mask on and pretend like it's not there in order to sort of focus on the responsibilities, get the job done. But now they're showing me this nasturtium reaching for the light. And somebody who wants that confidence restored, it's like, which you represent. This connection represents a really important period in my life, represents an important aspect of my personality, or represents me in a lot of ways. And so they are very confident in how they feel now. They may not have known what love was in the past, but they're very confident with how they feel now. 6 of Wands, back of deck. But they are, again, I feel like they're afraid to look bad. I feel like they're afraid to perhaps hurt other people in the present moment as well. I'm going to use the Entanglement Oracle deck for you. What do they wish they could say right this moment, please, to pile 2? You have brought out the best in me. And highlighting secrets about how they feel. Are my secrets safe with you? What do they wish they could say in this moment, please? We've skated on thin ice. They feel like the two of you got close to expressing yourselves, or got close to each other, like very, very close to each other, but we just couldn't break through. Nothing can change the way that they feel. I will always hold a candle for you. 6 of Cups energy. They don't feel like there's anything they can do right now. It makes them very, it makes them feel very, I want to use a word like sad, but it feels like a deeper feeling than sad. It's like they feel sort of helpless in it. Please don't give up on our connection. Oh God, what's going on here? Going over and over again that day, a day in the past. We also have here, you're unlike anyone I know. I wish that we could start over. But deep down, I just feel like I don't deserve you. And again, somebody who's wearing this crown, it's like the king's crown. I feel flattered that you noticed me at all. And back of the deck says, I thought that you rejected me. And I feel like this person didn't make a move on you, and because they were thinking you had rejected them and you thought that they had rejected you, and so nothing really came out of the situation, which really should have. What do they wish they could say right now, please, to pile number 2? It says here, I am holding myself back. But we could have had it all together. The clarity has been a blessing and a curse since the past. This does feel like somebody from your past, pal, too. I know we're going to start over. They don't want to lose hope in that. They're really hoping that their hope doesn't get shaken in that regard. Smile though your heart is breaking. This person definitely wears masks with the 6 of Wands that keeps showing up here. This isn't right and we both know it. This is heartbreaking. And I'm still trying to decide what to do about it. What do they wish they could say, please, to pile number 2? I feel like I've missed so much. And they're very, like, this feels like a friendship in a lot of ways. Because it's not just a sense of, like, desire and physical desire. It's more of a longing. It's more of an emotional longing. It's like missing so much of your life, missing so much of your experience here. Wanting to bear witness to that life. This stresses me out. Even if there is a long-standing no contact, this stresses this person out. Let's get advice, please, for pile number 2 about this connection on their mind, please. Let your fears dissolve. Attuned to the divine. Attuned to the divine. This card came out in pile number 1, actually. And they're speaking about listening to the notes of your intuition, because I don't feel like there is any contact here at all. But I feel like you feel very connected to this person. You may think of them often, and you may have concerns about how this person feels, or be making some sort of subjective opinion about how they're feeling or what's going on in this connection. And your guides want you to eradicate that fear, because especially if you feel very similarly to what this person has described, there's nothing to fear because they feel the same way. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. The last thought they had about pile 2 in the bowl, please. 2 of Cups. They're highlighting, actually, like, honestly, breakups and maybe even divorces, things of that nature that might be necessary in order to move forward. They were perhaps thinking of this. They want to return to you. The thought is there. They want to return to you, but they don't want to create chaos for you or for themselves in the present moment. And it may be required is to create a little bit of chaos here, but they wish that they could return to life, or return to you, return to the world. They often feel perhaps held back by the world that they've created. We have the letter J coming through here with the letter Q. We have the dragonfly, and it's next to the cupcake, and it's also next to the fish bones. I think of Pisces energy, and it's the white fish bones. So this is a version of the Ten of Swords that speaks to the idea of like a new plan needed to create clarity or to create closure in the situation. Somebody who still is holding on to hope. We have the screwdriver, though, which is a symbol of putting in some effort. It is the red-handled screwdriver, so there is a sense of empowerment, but also slow rotations with the screwdriver. It's very laborious to use a handheld screwdriver. And so, but every rotation we are making progress. So this person does feel like there's been a certain amount of longevity to the emotional work that has gone into this connection in the no contact. Wanting my cake and eating it too with the cupcake, and listening to the heart. That can be a hospital nursing connection, but also the heart chakra, having to listen to your heart. The dragonfly is about being hungry for my success in order to achieve my ascension, also changing directions and things coming to light. So they do want more clarity in the situation, but they're afraid to hope for you. But they feel like the secret's out between the two of you as well. They also feel like the two of you, with the Six of Cups energy, it's no secret that you guys have some type of deep connection. I feel like even other people that you may have known in the past or mutual friends, it's no secret that the two of you have this interesting situationship, but we'll leave it at that. Pile 2, that's what we have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell as well. If you would like to be entered for your chance to win a free reading. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal read as well. And I hope that you have a beautiful day and come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Two of Swords, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind wish that they could say right this moment? Now you can see that their arms are crossed. All of this fire is coming up around them. So there's a lot of desire perhaps that's brewing along the surface that they haven't expressed, because they could be trying to protect that heart, perhaps trying to protect themselves from getting rejected. Sometimes the Two of Swords does speak about a crossroads that this person feels like this connection has brought them to as well. It could also speak to the inability to act in this moment. It's like, I can't decide what to do. I can't commit to a decision about what I need to do in this situation, even though it's consuming. I am going to use here, I can't remember the name of this deck. I will look it up and put it in the description box below. I think it's the Guardians of the Woods Tarot, or Guardians of the Animals, or something like that. What does pile 3's person, the person on pile 3's mind, wish that they could say right this moment, please? Two of Cups. Very reminiscent to pile 1, actually, coming through right out of the deck with the Two of Cups in first position. Queen of Cups. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups. There's already, I keep hearing that song from Adele. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's, the lyrics say something like, I dare you to let me be your one and only. It says, I've promised I'm worthy. And there's, I feel like there's an emphasis on that because this person may not always feel worthy. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the World. Back of the deck, we have Justice. And we have Judgment. Now let's clarify as we go, please. What do they wish that they could say to pile number 3, please? Five of Pentacles. There's been a very strong theme with the Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles coming out here. This person is speaking about like following you around like a lost puppy. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and they just want a chance. It's like the first position card is the Two of Cups. We can't deny that this person really wants a relationship. They wish that they could speak to you about that. But I feel like there's complications here. They could feel like they have to sacrifice. They feel like they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to how they feel. And it almost feels like they want compassion because they have a little bit of a victim mentality that does come in because they don't feel like it's fair that they could be this attracted or care so much about somebody. Because it's not just a physical connection here. This is an emotional connection for this person. And they feel like it's not fair that this is happening and it's the wrong timing. Or this is happening and they can't have you in this moment. But together, the Five and the Ace of Cups is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups does speak of a connection that's worth the steps we feel guided to take to create the change that's needed. This person said that there's still some challenges to overcome and they feel dangerous. They feel like if you feel the same way, you have retreated because of those dangers, or you haven't expressed yourself as well because of those dangers, because you may also have challenges to overcome. So this person is speaking about the parallels of your lives and even like your situation, because they want to be in a relationship with you. That's what they wish they could say to you out loud. They would feel so lucky to be in a relationship with you. And there's a true sense of like endurance here as well. Here's the Ace of Wands. Because they can't help but feel this spark. And that spark is all we need to start a bonfire. That's all we need, is one tiny spark. All we need to add to it is elements of earth and elements of air to get it roaring. So action and honesty. And this person knows this, but they feel like it's dangerous. They keep speaking about the moth to a flame, the reality of the sting of the bottom of this moth that looks like a wasp. They also are addressing like a hot and cold energy between the two of you, and how it's like that can be very frustrating for them, or it's like sometimes they're so certain that you feel the same way and sometimes they're not certain at all. Here's the Queen of Cups. There is an emphasis on queens, the divine feminine energy. And they don't want you to focus on what's happening in their life in the 3D, or who is with them, or who wants them. If there are other commitments here, for instance, or if there's other attractions, they don't want you to be focused on what is. They want you to be focused on what they want and what could be. Because they do care about you and they do want success here. But they feel like they have to sacrifice and they don't know how to make that happen. And this person is saying it feels impossible. And it may or may not be impossible, but it feels to this person like it's impossible to create the change. But I'm also getting, like, they're showing me that bee movie. And they're showing me the beginning of that bee movie where the bee is floating around, and it speaks about how, you know, scientifically, scientists don't understand how the bee can even take flight because it has such a big body and has such tiny wings. But bees don't listen to science. And so even though it feels impossible, this person doesn't want to let go of the possibility. Because the truth is, it's not impossible. It just requires them to take the inspiration and to run with it. It requires them to speak how they feel. It requires you perhaps to speak how you feel. We have the Knight of Wands. They're also speaking about putting people under a microscope, or themselves feeling under a microscope as well. They're also speaking about wanting to just be impulsive. They're saying, I want to throw caution to the wind. I want to take a risk and a leap of faith. I just don't know what those consequences will be. And I feel, again, like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, because I want you, but I would have to bypass through pain, or maybe perhaps hurting other people. But they feel like a connection to you that goes beyond. Again, this could be somebody from your past. This could be somebody that you've had past lives with. They also are admitting to kind of feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place, perhaps because of children involved. So please take that as it resonates. That may not resonate with every person, but they're speaking about that being an added element of complication. We have here the Ten of Wands and the Magician. Four of Cups. And the way that they feel, all of these wands representing the spark of inspiration towards change, they say that they carry it with them wherever they go. But they don't know what to do about it. They don't know what to do about it yet. But you act as that inspiration. They don't know what to do about it yet. They feel a little bit helpless to create the change in this moment, because they're afraid of what comes next if they take this inspiration to change and find the solutions towards the obstacles. They could feel like they do, they feel anchored in their situation. They do feel like perhaps they would lose a lot in order to have the relationship that would make them feel like the luckiest person in the world. What do they wish that they could say, please? They want to say, like, they want to use I love you. Like, they want to use that terminology. They want you to know that they are wearing a mask. They're not showing their true feelings. They're pretending, deluding themselves. They want to talk more. If you are in, it may not be in complete no contact. We have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single and living in the moment. But we have the axe on the back of the deck. Again, there's an emphasis on divine feminine energy. So take that as it resonates. It won't resonate for every person, but there could be a divine feminine attracted to more divine feminine energy. But they have to perhaps use that axe. And every time I see the axe, I think of the tree of life. So they are emphasizing perhaps breaking down commitment cycles, or having to create change in commitment cycles as well. What do they wish that they could say, please, to pile number 3? What do they wish they could say right this moment? I just want space. This is the Six of Swords. Highlighting, I just want clarity. I just want honesty. I want to have an honest conversation with you, but I'm too afraid to tell you how I feel, because they feel pulled in different directions in this moment. Please give me time. I've never felt like this before. And I think so, yes. They wonder if you feel the same way, but they think that you do. They think that the two of you are in the same boat in a lot of different ways. I'm sorry. It says, I just dream and wish for everything on the back of the deck. They're apologizing for not coming forward sooner. Your family won't like me. So an emphasis on foundations, emphasis on other people, not wanting to see this connection together, or their assumptions of that. I just saw, let me have you. I just saw also, I'm too afraid to talk to you. On the floor we have, you make me want to do bad things. And I want a fresh start with you. You are wrong. What do you want? So they feel bad about what they want. They feel like they would be judged perhaps about what they want in this situation or this connection. What do they wish they could say right now to pile 3, please? You make me weak everywhere. It says here, and we are not on the same level. I don't feel like I deserve you. I also just saw I'm wearing a mask and best friends. I miss it. Please forgive me. Soulmates, is that what this is? I'm addicted to you. And, oh my goodness, I want to make you my spouse one day. They know that that's challenging. They don't know if it's possible. I spend a lot of time daydreaming about you. And you are so attractive to me. Back of the deck says, I think that I may be in love with you. On the back of that deck, pile 3. Let's get some advice, please, for pile number 3 with the connection on their mind. Reflect on your priorities. And it says, clear your mind, last quarter moon in Gemini. And with Gemini energy, it does speak to the Lover's card and decisions and choices that have to be made. Having to look at things from every angle, perhaps having to decide between partners as well. And they're referencing priorities as well. So for this pile 3, I feel like there's a lot of practical complications, maybe in the form of other partnerships and family that could be getting in the way of the progress here, although it doesn't seem to dampen this person's attraction to you or their desire to think about you in the future context as well. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3, please. Their last thought. We have 5 of Swords coming out reversed already. Knight of Pentacles. The last thought that they were having, pile 3, is that they don't want to create a lot of drama. But it's like they just want it's like they want to fight fair, or they feel like they have to fight fair. They don't want to create a lot of drama for you. They're also highlighting their own responsibilities. And yeah, we have the Death energy on the floor here. So highlighting that they wish that they could be free of responsibilities or be free of the fear of the unknown. Like they're just waiting for freedom in order to kind of execute change here. And the problem is that the road to freedom may require them to go through conflict. We have special, we have the letter S, C, X, and Q. We have the red rose of empowerment. We also have here a little faceless bunny for the divine feminine. So the bunny is a Page of Wands energy for me, of wanting to explore, but it's also a fight or flight creature. So it's like somebody who's afraid to really be open and honest about their attraction. We have special and the hand of Hamza. So trusting our intuition to guide us. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.